And we'd sleep in, when we sat in the wagon so much, we'd get so tired our necks would almost break. She hadn't sat for so many in the car anyway, and old wagon. And one time we was traveling, and I told you about that. In the rain, it was raining, and my dad I had a team of horses then. They was pulling us through this muddy road, and one of them just kicked over dead right there in the harness. We was kind of close to a neighbor's house. Not a neighbor, I wouldn't say neighbor because we didn't have neighbors. We didn't live nowhere. And he died. Well, he went up to this neighbor and told him what happened, and the neighbor, I believe, gave him an old mule to pull. We hooked the old mule up to the covered wagon. We went on trotting on then. But I don't know what we done to the old dead horse, but he died on the road. And there we was, all hungry and tired and raining, nowhere to go, and just sat in that covered wagon. And then one time he left with us when my oldest sister was so sick she could have died almost, but he picked her up off the bed in the house and put her in the wagon, and away we went. Anyway, she lived. Then one time too, my baby brother got, do I have to look at you all the time?
Just looking where you want to.
Oh, sure not. One time my little baby brother Edward got so sick on the road while we was traveling. We thought he was going to die, and we stopped at the first house we come to, and got out, and my dad asked her to phone the doctor to come to her house to see him. And so he said, this child's too sick to travel. Well, he said, we have to travel. We don't have no place to go. So we had to put the little thing back in the wagon, thinking maybe he might die every minute, but there's nothing we could do. My mother just sat and hold him for hours at a time. Him sick, just like my oldest sister. She was sick too. But now, talk about rough times. We had rough times.